Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Alpha Omega and Byzantium. So the turn is 6145, year 1390, and we are one turn from Divine Right. What's new? Well, not much. We've just been doing the same thing over and over. One thing that's actually new is the fact that we have a war with the Hittites, but they're really not... Oh, okay. We no longer have the war with the Hittites then. Yeah, but other than that, we've been just enjoying the peace and prosperity. You can see that, settle down game, that Shadow Baron is going to increase the population 15 next turn. We've been also working hard at increasing the total culture and production in the city. So it's getting 83 food per turn now, 211 industry. You can see that I shadowed some of these cheap, easy buildings that gives a little bit of an extra boost to production, followed by things like City Council and Grand Estate. We keep shipping, almost exclusively the supply and food trains to Chateau Paron, with the only exception, which is Constantinople itself, which is self-feeding with food trains. We managed to get it to population 44, which is 950,000 people, and, in... I'd say before we get the next technology, we're definitely going to be at 1 million. Though I have to admit, I was thinking that it would be kind of funny from the Caveman to Cosmos team if they trolled us with population 45 being 999,999 people. It would be a good piece of troll indeed, but I'm really hoping they didn't do that. That would make me so mad. But still, I don't have a problem going with 46. But 45 is going to be enough. After which I just want to feed the local cities. Ludgoin could use more populations, Falonia, Audexiopolis, so the trains that are going to be produced by Constantinople are going to be sent eastwards to boost these cities. The situation in Demetiopolis is also a little bit more stabilized. We have food production 6 here, industry 650, and as you know, we are trying to plant potatoes. Now, because we cannot really get the farms in here due to the nature of the terrain, I'm actually translating farms through the entire territory with these guys constructing them, and I'm gonna have one of these work groups just go like this and get the farms all the way over here so that they can use them. This is pretty much the only tile that can be used for farming anyway, so with potatoes it's gonna be a huge boost, but still, I would like to do that anyway. By the way, potato tile gives also a huge bonus to the city via buildings, so with that I think we're gonna be able to have like 25, maybe 30, at which point I'm just gonna start sending food trains there again to improve upon that. I was also asked in the comments, I think it was Wolfau or maybe someone else, where would I see my further expansion going? Well, considering, we have a lot of work right now with the islands over here, my main expansion point is Chateau Baron and possibly Aachen if we get involved in a war with them eventually. But one city that I would be okay with founding would be probably located over here so that we can have a unified border across the mountains. There could be another one over here in this area, which would translate well with another city over here. We have a little bit of a blank spot. One more city could be over here, and then one more city could be over here, and after that we can fill this area. 2 or 3 cities could definitely fit in this area as well. But again, we know that we have big issues with happiness in many of the cities, like Demetiopolis has actually 116 to 86. It's not a big issue, but the issue is mostly with the new city itself. Like when we get Chateau Paron, I spent quite a lot of time, and yeah, you can see 102 compared to 88. Even now, it's not ideal. So when you start the city, you actually are immediately hit with heavy unhappiness, and unless you're really well prepared for that, developing such a city can take quite some time. So that's more of a complication for us now than anything else. Civics would remove that, but I think we need democracy for that. I think Republic is the one that's limiting us. Yes, 30, and democracy has, I think, no more penalties. Yep. So once we get democracy, it's gonna be, you know, growth fast. You require representative democracy, which is a part of the Renaissance technology tree. Where is that on our tree? I saw it, and I think we even have it in our list. Nope, it's all the way over here. So if we went for that one afterwards, we would need 23 techno. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna move our way there, but you know, just slowly. I mean, it's the prerequisite to industrial lifestyle, so you know, I cannot really be mad about it, but Presidential Monument, American Culture, Human Rights Declaration, Independence Hall, Statue of Liberty. Why not? But again, this one is gonna... Oh, 28,000, that's not that bad. But, you know, it's far, far away. So, yeah, that's what's limiting our growth right now. I mean, once we get Chateau Perron to, say, population 20, and Metropolis to, say, population 20, I will think about settling more cities. Again, this style would be kinda good, but it's gonna face the same issue as the Metropolis, almost no food production in this area. Or we could just stretch this way, which might actually be better, though. I don't see any major resources here, nope. But it would serve as a nice buffer city against the enemies over here. The desert here, well, it doesn't bring much to us. There's a little bit of resources over here, but again, that would be super hard to cultivate. Some horses here, ruins. Yeah, so south is pretty much the only way we can go. I would like to continue with the filling, and then... I would like to continue with the direct expansion, and we can fill it in later. That makes more sense. Okay, couple of details more to Chateau Perron. I just wanted to say that they have culture... they have a growth of culture 110.14, but they are already at the culture elegant, or elegant is the next one? I think elegant is the next one, but they have 247,647 culture here. We have a much higher growth. We have a growth of 227, and it's going to only rise, but we have only 32,552. So we definitely need to increase the growth further, but as I said, I'm focusing mostly on the basic production, and then we have stuff like City Council and Grand Estate, though I keep throwing in building here and there depending on if we have something to rush or not. University is definitely going to be one of the next buildings I'm going to throw in due to the science and the culture boost. There's also one more that I thought was interesting. Nope, not you. Forgot which one it was, but it gave... Oh, hey, Woodwind Instrument Maker. Actually, we can make that one immediately. That's super cheap. And anything else here? Longer. I saw one building that greatest surprised me, but maybe we've already built it here. It's giving... well... maybe... I'm not surprised. Well, never mind. But yeah, University is going to be one of those ones I'm going to build next. And I also want to build forum and stuff here because education could definitely increase here, and it's going to give us quite a lot of boosts. I think that right now as conceptual we are at knowledgeable, which is giving us a little bit of a boost to culture, but we can improve that. Definitely improve that as we're going to go on. Okay, and I guess that's all for now. So let's hear it for Divine Right. I don't really think it's going to give us much, honestly, but we'll see.
I am the state.
I just love this quote. There is something so delightful about being so self-absorbed. So, Guardhouse gives us now 5 more. What's it called? Spying? No. Damn, I forgot what it's called. Oh, never mind. It just gives us more spying. Town Patrol does as well. University gives more culture. Even more. Okay, one more reason to build it. And it allows one citizen to be turned into priest. And it enables Divine Right Civic. So let's look at that one. We get a bunch of new world units. And we get Alhambra, Capuchin Crypt, the Great Mosque of Desert, El Escorial, Spiral Minaret, Temple of Heavens, and Versailles. Divine Right. And we're going to be working on Critical Fault next. So let's see the big picture so that we see what the benefit is. Okay, so we have Legislature and we want Divine Right. So Divine Right gives more birth rate for great people. Penalty to maintenance from distance to palace. Same maintenance from number of cities. I mean, money is not an issue, but still. You actually give more maintenance from the cities on the home continent. And a bit more maintenance for overseas cities. Actually, I see that Chateau Paron is seen as a maintenance of an overseas city and free military upkeep, which we don't have. So that would offset probably all of the penalties. But real money is not an issue for us anymore. 5% extra chance to capture, 10 extra to avoid capture. We get 1 more unhappiness per religion in a city. Well, that's a bummer. Cities train a little bit faster and... Okay, so that's probably with state religion train faster and construct building faster. That's not bad. Experience point in cities with state religion. Capital gets a boost to food production and gold, and trade routes give less food, industry and gold, and it disallows police council and a house of parliament. I don't really see this as beneficial to us. I mean, money-wise, I don't care, but these... I mean, they construct faster. 10% is actually a pretty decent bonus, but the food is what I'm interested in the most. And we would lose 4% from trade routes, and we would get a less of a bonus in the capital. Plus, we are right now getting scientific bonuses as well from trade routes and culture, which is completely absent here. So yeah, I don't really like that. Maybe I'm missing something. You guys will let me know if I do. Okay, not much to do in here. Ragusa can work on a project. Another single project that we find endearing. Okay, so you can build a crypt or Versailles. +1 from Domo in all cities. Spiral Minaret. But being a Spiral Minaret, you can actually do that. I don't think Constantinople can build any more world wonders. Nope. But I'm pretty sure some of the other cities nearby could. Antioch? Nope. Okay, Nicomedia could build Versailles. So build me Versailles. And Trebizond, nothing. And Atalaya could build the Capuchin Crypt. Okay, sure. So we're gonna build those. Now, do we have more? We do have more. Do we have any more here? We don't. Okay, so we're just gonna ship these guys to Chateau Paron. We're gonna offload them. That's a supply train? No, it's a food train. Okay. So yeah, with that said, I'll see you, I guess, in 19 turns of Critical Fault. Again, this is mostly just maintenance at this point, no more expansion. I'm really just fighting a cultural war against the Holy Roman Empire here, and I'm determined to win it. So, we'll see. No, they're well, you know, culture-wise, we're actually doing good. I wish there was a way we could actually boost culture even further. I don't want to burn any more treasures. We don't have that many. Spot on the same tile. You could build a couple of these dances. I'm not sure if that's worth our while. Well, either way, see you in 19 turns. Turn 6154, year 1401 AD, and we are one turn away from critical thought. So, what is new with the beautiful Empire of Byzantium? Well, quite a few things. First of all, Constantinople is now at population 45, which means 1 million people are living in our capital, which is strictly amazing. I will not allow any discussion about that. Having a city with 1 million people is just awesome and has been my goal for quite some time now, so I'm really happy that we finally achieved that. Though not much else to do there right now than just to boost research, which is what we are doing here. I'm really happy that Constantinople still continues to grow at a rate of 78 food units per turn. So in 237 turns, it's gonna grow to population 46. We may, help it a bit. Research is translating 889 industrial production into bonus to our research. So even industrial production is just amazing. Yeah, I'm generally really happy, and the stats like disease, crime, and education are also extremely pleasant to look at. What I'm not really happy with is the water pollution, which is really high, and so is flammability, but I don't think it's anywhere near to cause any kind of trouble, right? Conceptual, we don't have any pollution. Let me see, water. I don't think that we're getting any penalties for that. Pest. We have a lot of pests here. Water. Yeah, we have nothing here. Aesop's Fables. That's really nice. Housing common, cottages, domus is disabled. So estates, fraternity house, homeless. We have no homeless people. Hovels and insulae are also manors, and our palaces are disabled. Shacks and shantytowns, slums, villas, those are disabled. And yeah, we don't have any penalties from pollution, but Constantinople was definitely going to be one of those places that's going to be hit first. Second big news, Chateau Perron is now at population 17, almost at 18, which means about 30,000 people live here. It's gonna grow in 5 turns. I'm really happy with the production. 88 food per turn, 273 industrial. When you look, education is increasing by 34 per turn. Disease is dropping. Crime is, around 340 in the negative. So things are looking really good for the city. I've worked heavily on increasing our total culture. We're getting 322.52 per turn, which is amazing. We are, still quite far away from the next level. And despite having about 3 times more culture production than our neighbors of Aachen, it is definitely going to take quite some time to catch up to them. While we are almost at 40,000, they are almost at 240,000. But again, their culture growth is about 1/3 of what we have, so we can be really happy with the thought that no matter how far they are from us, we are going to catch up soon. Plus, I really don't mind the fact that, we have still a ton of things to build here, and once we finish those, we will have a ton of extra cultural buildings to build, which are going to make everything just so much better. I mean, most of these give just a small bonus, with the exception of places like Organ Hall and and others. But there's enough buildings here to actually make a huge difference, because part of our bonuses are coming from percentages. So even if we get just these small things added, it's gonna eventually make a huge difference. So it's something that we should look into eventually. Also, Aachen has, yeah, it's barely growing, and it has about what, one half, yeah, about one half of our production, and we are nowhere near done. So we'll see how that's gonna go. Last big thing that I would like to talk about is the Meteopolis, which now has the potato farm right next to it, which boosted its food production to 27. So you can see it started growing again, and thus it is again a viable target for us to send food and industrial trains into it. Though for some reason it's not really getting any of those bonuses to food production. I think that we're missing a bunch of buildings, so I'll need to look a little bit more on what the city needs to build. But yeah, there is a ton of things here that, you know, can be built extremely fast, and we're just gonna do that in the next update to the city. So, you know, I'm gonna make sure that all of these are built in some logical order. Right now we're finishing the lumber mill, we're gonna build the grove, and then the elder council. And then we have what? Well, we can add the caravan post. I don't think the rat catcher. Actually, the automation clock would be great. So let's add the automation clock. And I think that's about it. Yeah, and I'm gonna do a bigger review of what the city is like. So we're gonna have to work on it a little bit. It's kind of interesting that it is now at the same size of Chateau Paron. So both of these cities will be my target for you know, growth between this and the next update. And then Rehovot is a population 18. Okay. So the next logical goal is going to be to get all of these cities to population 20, and once we have them, we can actually start new cities, which sounds, you know, like a good plan, doesn't it? I think it does. I think it does. Anything else that I would like to mention? Not entirely sure. I've been doing a lot of manual work upgrading roads between us and Egypt, because we can now build roads in the desert. We built some extensions of roads over here for better transport. Yeah, generally speaking, just normal work. So let's hear it for critical fault.
Doubt is not a pleasant condition, but certainty is absurd.
Okay, so as we knew, critical fault is barely giving us anything. And it gives us revivalist church, and I think we can build that one. And that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. So let us just check if that is the case. And if it is, then we're gonna skip to the next update. Yeah, there isn't anything. We don't have Christianity as a state religion, so Revivalist Church is really not that interesting to us. But scientific method, guys, scientific method will be just, you know, if purely just for the Inventor's Workshop, which is giving us 5 extra signs for each Inventor's Workshop. Wait, what did I just say? Scientific method gives us a boost of 5 signs for Inventor's Workshop. It gives us a lot of bonuses to other things like the enclosures, and it allows us to build a museum which gives additional 5 signs and a little bit of culture and education to everyone in the city. So I'm hoping that that's going to be a big boost to our production of scientific knowledge. We're currently at almost 40,000, and it cannot be overstated how much we need to increase that. Because, you know, look at what we have ahead of ourselves. Chemistry. Do you have anything that gives... Oh, wow, yeah. Okay. So, if we go with scientific method, can we get chemistry next? We can. Okay, so that is super important because that gives us... Okay, farm supply... plantations, modern warehouse, yeah, chemistry lab. That is a huge boost. 7. How can this one give us 17 culture, 15 science, 10 education, and has even future bonuses with that? Okay, the place is alchemist lab, which gave us a lot of education. Okay, so it's not such a big bonus. It's still staggering though. requires chemistry, glassware, and university. Yeah, we can build chemistry lab. Okay, so with this one, we get 10 in each city, potentially plus a little bit more. And with chemistry, we get bonus for 2 workshop, and we get a building that gives extra 15, which is, I think, extra 13, but it scales up. And we get more food production and more culture. Yeah, I really don't see much wrong with the plan to switch to chemistry. Now, anything calculus? Kerala School of Mathematics? Microbiology. Okay, so we can go with microbiology next. Geology. I'm changing my geology lab. Okay, so we definitely need to focus on these ones, because those make our science go boom. Antique shop plus 15 culture. And archaeology lab. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna change the way we thought about this. Okay. We also need biology, which is something that we wanted anyway, because that gives a huge boost to science as well. And what do you need? Geology, then... Okay, scientific method, chemistry, and microbiology. And then geology. Then we need jurisprudence. Okay, I guess having the guillotine is really important. And then after the guillotine, we can move to social contract, enlightenment, and biology. Okay, so that's gonna be a huge boost to our scientific knowledge and physics. Yeah, physics lab. And a chain bridge. Okay, that's gonna require calculus, which gives extra science to mathematics and observatory, or mathematics academy and observatory. And what was the next one? Nope, no one. Okay, so a little bit of change of plan, but these are a little bit more. Because we're doing good on money, we're doing good on food and production, but science is what it is for us right now. We need to get more of the down on the table so that we are a little bit better. Okay, so I'll see you in 20 turns with scientific method. Turn 6174, year 1407 AD, and we are 1 turn away from scientific method. So what's new? Well, not much and a lot at the same time. I've been working heavily on upgrading our smallest cities, and as you can see, the smallest right now is Dometiopoulos at population 18, and then we have Isauropolis, Château-Paron, Kallipolis, Justinianopolis, Rehovot, and Maurocastrum at population 19. And of the cities with population 19, many will actually level to 20 very soon, like Maurocastrum. Kallipolis won't, but Isauropolis you can see. Justinianopolis is also going to grow. And I think Rehovot was also really close. Was it not? No, it actually leveled to 19. Okay. But yeah, you can see that we've been spending some time upgrading them and making sure that they grow. As far as our primary target, Château-Paron, goes, we managed to get the education up to 2,456. And as you can see, it is still growing. The crime is oscillating together with the disease, but I've sent in some doctors who are now heavily reducing the disease every single turn, which is fine. We are going to finish the church school and the lyceum very soon. Then we're going to go back to carpenter and some of the buildings that focus on industry, after which we're going to revert back to culture. We still have a lot of buildings here that we need to finish. Speaking of which, I think we can put the Hellenic Pantheon up there. Any other? Magic shop does not much. Astrology is cool. Okay. Other than that, really, things are sort of slow, quiet. You can see most of our cities are now on research or producing food and supply trains, with the south west of our empire being, filled with the small cities which are growing nicely. We currently have a pretty decent production of food of 16,811. Again, the growth is very slow, but I'm doing my best to up it up as much as possible. Manufactured goods are at nearly 30,000, and GNP just breached 80,500, and our population is at 8,470,000. So we are really close to 10 million, and we'll probably reach it within the next 100 years. Now, as far as science go, we currently have 38,095 points per turn, and as we know, scientific method is going to give us quite a lot of bonuses, 5 to each inventor's workshop, and then a lot to the enclosures, and it allows us to build museums. We have, in the last update, actually rescheduled all of our future tech, focusing on things like chemistry and microbiology, because we want more of these science-producing buildings. So that's going to be the next step. So right now, let's look at the 38,095. I'm going to end the turn. We're going to hit it for scientific method, and we can actually check what the immediate effect is going to be and how it's going to affect, our scientific production in the actual cities when we build it, because I want to see how it's going to scale, for example, for Constantinople. And then you guys can see the difference when I upload the next episode, where we are already going to have the scientific method. And then we're going to get, chemistry, which is also going to give us a bonus building, which is going to be the chemistry lab, which is the one that actually gives a lot of science. Though I'm looking for the, towards the farm supply as well, as that one gives quite a lot of food. So again, with how many cities we have? 50. So it's 150 extra food. That's not very little. It's going to be good for us. So we'll see how our production is going to increase. Though I still think that most of the increases are going to come from the Industrial Revolution, where we should see things like... I actually didn't check it. So I'm kind of going in blind here, but I expect something like agricultural mechanization, stuff like that here. Well, antibiotics could help. Industrial farms. Okay, well, this one is actually exactly what I was thinking about. Provides bison bone camel. Wow. Okay, and that one provides 55 food and gets a bonus. Okay, so that was pretty much what I was going for. Yeah, that's gonna be a game changer. Anyway, let's end the turn and hear for scientific method.
I do not feel obliged to believe that the same God who has endowed us with sense, reason, and intellect has intended us to forego their use.
Okay, so scientific method also is the Great Library, the House of Wisdom, and the Parthenon. It allows us to build archaeological sites, gives us a bonus to Inventor's Workshop, and a lot of the enclosures are now giving us science. And we can build Louvre Museum. Louvre Museum, huh? Education. Okay, this building would be really nice if we could build it in Chateau Perron, because it gives a huge culture bonus. And education, so I can imagine that being the Smithsonian Institution. Education, science, and culture. Free museum in every city. Okay, so this is actually an amazing. And we need 7 museums. Okay. A National Science Foundation was 25% science. And a museum. Okay, so let us examine the effect. Oh yeah, you need to go and build a couple more things. Royal tradition. Islamic monastery. Yeah, you can see that the science from the museum is going to be scaling up pretty dramatically. Though these buildings are quite expensive, so we should keep an eye on it to make sure that... well, Sauropods can build other things. I'm gonna go for the Smithsonian Institution. I don't believe that anyone else built that one yet, so we should be capable of getting that. So in Constantinople, the museum is gonna give us more than double, 11.7. Okay, so let's start with that. And unfortunately, you cannot build... can only construct 80 national wonders per city. Well, okay then, it gives one free technology. Or so it claims. So could we build it in the second largest city in Laodicea? We could. We could, and it's give us a free tech. You give... Okay, Adi gives more science, so it would make more sense here. Let's see who provides us with most science. Adi at 1200. Okay, these are all lower. These are all lower. Okay, this is Constantinople, 1600. Adrianople has 1100. Combine 1100. Yeah, looks like Adi is it. So Adi is going to build the National Science Foundation. And I'm really interested in how long you guys will be constructing the Louvre Museum. 88 turns. Damn. But I believe it's gonna be worth it because we really need the culture here. We really do need the culture. We don't have much of the culture production here compared to other cities like, you know, Constantinople, for example. But it would benefit us here the most. So I think we can just, you know, direct all of our supply trains into Chateau Paron and have it construct this faster. So I'm gonna kill the Carpenter, the Lyceum, the Church School. And we are going to get them again. So Carpenter, Church School, and where's the Lyceum? Here. No. Here. Lyceum, Church School, and the last one was Carpenter. So we're gonna finish these three, and then it's gonna start working, or the city is gonna start working on Louvre. And that means all of our supply trains will have to go there, which is actually fine. Oh, and we started... Yes, natural gas, come on. And oil. Okay. So that is going to increase the production here. And we also found a source of oil, which is frankly amazing. I didn't expect it in my territory, but yeah, we have it. So wait, where was it? Oh, here it is, right in the middle, near Iconium. Requires refining. Requires tar gatherer. +2 with tar gatherer. Well, we really don't need that. It just gives us a bonus for now, but later on this is going to be really valuable. So we have a source of natural gas and oil as well. That is actually amazing. Good on us. Okay, so a really nice update. Unfortunately, the scientific growth has went down a little bit. But I think that might be also because many of our cities are actually constructing supply trains, and they will construct, because it reflects the immediate things. If I now, for example, build a museum here, it will also go down. Yeah, quite significantly. Okay, so yeah, it is hard to calculate this, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, we get a decent boost. And last but not least, what I wanted to say is that we had actually war with Israel. I think you might have seen that being declared, and we came and we razed the city that they had over here, yeah, on the Jade Tile. It was just a level 2 city, a very new one, and then they signed peace with us. But before they did that, kind of interesting thing happened, and that is that our vassal, Maya, actually reconquered Chichen Itza, which was taken from them, I guess, by Israel, and during this war they actually reconquered it. So Israel lost 2 cities. They lost the new one, and then they lost Chichen Itza to Maya, which was kind of fun to see that we actually are not the only one who is competent enough to attack them. So yeah, that was just a little cherry on top. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a long recording, but we've made quite a big leap, and I'm gonna see you in the next episode with chemistry. I wonder what our science is going to be like when you guys see me next time. So till then, you guys take care.